Why would I leave the Philippines? I decided to do this video after viewing a number of videos about the Philippines and other countries with expats, vloggers talking about their dissatisfaction with the countries that they're living in, and some have picked up and left. They've gone to another country for a number of different reasons. And I'll tell you right now, I have no compelling reason now, or don't foresee any compelling reason in the foreseeable future to leave the Philippines other than to take care of issues back in the USA. But actually, all of the urgency, uh, right about the time everything locked down in March 2020, I think it was, all the travel lockdown. Sekyang village over there, condominiums. I've done videos there. Anyway, there was some urgency for me to return to the USA. Number of issues. Number one was to renew my USA driver's license, and travel became almost impossible at that time with these crazy governments shutting down world travel. So anyway, all the urgency, virtually all of the urgency for me to go back is past. It's past. So I eventually got a Philippine driver's license, and that will get me by even if I go back to the U.S. Now, many of you know that when you start watching a certain topic on YouTube, YouTube will just keep feeding you those types of videos. And about a month ago, I'd commented to several people that I don't even I hardly even know any of the vloggers, Philippine vloggers, who they are, what they do, that type of thing, because I don't have time to watch other vloggers. I don't want to be influenced by other vloggers. But I decided to do a little research. I watched a couple, and as is the case with YouTube, they started just throwing more and more of the same topic at me. So I watched a few, and man, I didn't realize there were so many. Back in 2015, 16, when I started, I was aware of, I think, three other vloggers. And gosh, there must be 300 or 400 or 500 of them at this point in time. Anyway, this is a tricycle ride from the east side of Mactan Island going to Gaisano Grande, and 200 pesos, less than $4. This is a intersection called the Crossing. The Crossing. And be careful when you use that term, because taxi drivers, many people, crossing is an intersection. And once I come across the bridge, and I said, yeah, go up to the crossing, and take a right. And so he came across the bridge in the first big intersection there. He said, turn right here, sir. No, 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 the crossing. Not a crossing, the crossing. Not the intersection. I think they got an elementary school here to the left. But anyway, back to the topic. There are expats and bloggers. Watched a couple from Ecuador earlier today, and Panama. People who went from Panama to Costa Rica to Ecuador, and they've got videos about many videos about why they loved it in Panama and Costa Rica, and why they moved to Ecuador, and now why they're moving out of Ecuador, things like that. So you got issues. You got issues in every country, obviously. Um, for me, the Philippines is the one of the easier places for many expats to live. English language. English is second official language, so that your documents are also in English. Um, Very friendly, welcoming, tolerant. cost of living. Being a little bit of a student of history, I understand that things can change, governments can change, laws can change. Governments can make it difficult, more expensive uh, for you to live in their country, and demand certain things of you, and that there could come a time where that would become just very difficult, and me and my girlfriend could go off to another country. Sultano, there, condominium to the left. Done a video there that it originally was planned to be, I think, 4 or 5 condo towers. They only built one, and I'll do a video about that sometime in the not too distant future. So I understand that there could be a time where things could change. Things could change, and probably won't in my lifetime, but it is possible. It is possible. I like the Philippines, and yeah, just took a couple-day vacation across to Mactan Island. Good to get out of the city, Cebu City. And yeah, if you're bored, whether it's here, whatever country you're in, make a trip. Make a trip across town, up into the mountains, over to the sea. Make a trip if you're bored. If there are issues, I've moved around the USA a number of times over the years, and I need to travel. I need to travel more. I think we've finally straightened out my girlfriend's official name and birth certificate, so she's going to try once again to get a passport, at which time then we could also travel a little bit internationally, which would be interesting. But I know there are a number of my friends who have ties. They've got family back in the USA, for instance, that makes it a little more compelling for them to go back. I've got a friend who stays here about 5 months, goes back for about 6 months, back and forth. I've got a friend who bounces back and forth between the Philippines and Thailand and the USA, and makes that round trip once or twice a year. Other issues, you get one of my friends. He likes to go to Thailand. He likes the food there better, and he'll stay here in the Philippines for a while, and then he'll go to Thailand for a couple of months and enjoy the food. Then back to the USA for a couple months. In the USA, my kids and grandkids very, very, very busy. They don't have much time for me. I would have to make appointments to see them, and that's a couple $1,000 just to see people for a short period of time. Got a couple brothers and sisters there, but I say come and visit me. That would be much more of a adventure for you guys, rather than me come there and they say, send me money, send me the ticket. I don't think so. Anyway, this is Gaisano Grande. Looking forward to your comments. Thanks for coming along. Safe travels. See you next time.